Good day once again. Nice. So before we get started, right, I want us to get to know each other. So if today is your first time joining any of our master's class, just put in a one in the chat. And if you've joined before, just put in any other random number. Let's see how many people are. Let's see how many people are new here today. So I'm checking the chat now. If today is your first time, okay, we have ones, we have ones. All right, so we have Okike set two. That means she's been here before. Great having you here once more. Okay, so since we have a lot of new joiners, that's really great, and I'm happy to see more people trying to transition into tech or trying to know more about how to transition into tech. So since I've said my name is Moses Joshua. I would like us to introduce ourselves. So in the chat channels, I want to see your names and where you're joining us from. So in the chat channels, I want to see your names and joining us from so that I'll be able to know where everyone is from today. So I'm in the chat waiting. All right. So we have Gabriel from USC. Gabriel, nice to meet you. Nice to have you on the call today. Okay. So who else? We'll have a lot of ones before, so I'm waiting for. Okay, nice to meet you, Gabriel. So we have Toby, we have HP. I don't know who's HP. We have Infinix. All right. All right, we have Calvin and Lisha from Nigeria. Nice to meet you, Calvin. All right, basically, nice to have everyone on the phone today. So I'm checking in the chat for anyone that is joining in later. Oh, my voice is faint. Sorry about that. Let me see.
Can you hear me clearly now? Ogechi from Canada. Nice to have you on the call. All right, sorry about that. I mixed the mic. Thank you, Gabriel. Sorry. All right, so okay, Lukman, currently from Glasgow. I think this is the first time I'm here in Glasgow. I don't know where it's from. All right. Nice to have everyone on the call once more. So let's get started for what we have for today. Today we are looking at how to tell if a career in business analytics, data analytics, and project management is right for you. That's what we're having for today. Now, before we get right into it, everyone has introduced themselves, so we have to introduce we that are bringing this to us. So who are we? We are Ten Analytics, a leading tech edutech company that's focused on providing educational skills to people who are trying to transition from their 9-to-5 jobs into the tech ecosystem or the tech space. And we have over 4 years of experience in building different talents. And we have been able to bring in over 2,900 people or help over 2,900 people transition from their 9-to-5 jobs to their first tech role or job. And we've done this across the UK, the US, Canada, Europe, Africa, and Asia. And the program that we are focused on, we have the data analytics, we have business analysis, we have data engineering, we have data science, financial analytics, HR analytics, agile project management, and Scrum Master, cybersecurity. And in the future, we're going to be having AI engineering. So we have total of 8 programs that we run in Analytics. And to make this much better, we bring in top instructors from leading global companies like Apple, Microsoft. I'll bring them into class to share their wealth of experience to us, basically, so that we'll be able to gain first-hand knowledge from all these people that has worked in amazing places, and they'll be able to put us through and guide us step by step as we move into the tech ecosystem or the tech space. Now, who am I that is talking to you? I'm Moses Joshua, a senior agile project manager at Analytics with several years of experience in project management. And throughout my career, I've led cross-functional team, refined processes, and applied my expertise across the tech sector, leveraging agile methodology. And I'm here to share a little bit of my knowledge to everyone. So now let's get right into what we have for today. Today, we are going to be looking at, well, I've divided into 4 categories. First, we'll be looking at choosing your career path, first of all. And next, we'll be looking at different career opportunities that we might have. After that, we'll move to the Analytics Growth Internship Program. And finally, we'll look at our special discount offer to you for today. So firstly, we need to have an introduction of what these careers I've mentioned is, which is the business analysis, the data analytics, and then project management. What are these careers about, basically? When we talk about business analysis, right, it majorly focuses on identifying business need and finding solution through analysis, documentation, and process improvements. So all what this is basically saying is business analysis, they define what the business needs are, right? So let me give a scenario of how a business analyst work, right? If you're trying to bring, peradventure, you want to start a business or a company, basically, you need someone to do a survey ground of how the trend of the market you want to enter is. Peradventure, you want to start a fintech company, right? And you have no idea of, oh, what's the fintech company all about? What do I need to build? Or you want to build a fintech app and you have no idea. A business analyst will help you go through the market trend of how the fintech space is, look at competitors that have built similar thing that you want to build, look at their weakness, look at their strength, and then he's going to incorporate it into what we are building. And for their weaknesses, he's going to provide a solution how we can make our own platform better or our own app better. Okay, so peradventure, let me cite a simple scenario or a simple example here. Peradventure, the user of your competitor, probably another fintech organization, they complain, probably when the business analyst is doing the survey, right? And in his process of doing the survey, he saw that, oh, lots of people are complaining about, oh, the app is slow, right? It's not moving fast, like it's not seamless, it's not easy to use, right? The user flow is too complex. Now, you as a business analyst, this, you've seen this problem, right? And it is something that we might face when we're building ours. So you as the business analyst, you have to look for a solution on how to actually solve the situation, provide the solution, meaning that you talk to the team, oh, when we are going to be building this, right, we need to make it as seamless as possible. We need to make it as user-friendly as possible and very fast so that, okay, they will have no issues using this. That's basically what a business analyst does. It does more of communication, reach out to the team, collaborate with team. Oh, this is the things that needs to be done. This is the solution, and so on. So that's just a sneak peek. We'll go more into that later on as we move on. Now let's talk about data analytics. Who are data analysts? They basically involve in examining data sets to draw conclusion, optimize strategy, and support decision making with quantitative insights. So now let me break this down to you. What does it simply means, right? A data analyst simply means analyzing data, analyzing different data sets to support decision making, right? So that is what is involved. It involves analyzing different data sets and then visualize this data set so that it will help support the decision making you want to do, right? So peradventure, let me use a simple scenario here. In your company, right, you want to make a new feature and you decide to release a survey form. that, oh, community, you guys should fill in these details, and you shall give them a list of things to fill. And you have about 1,000 people filling this form. And you need to sort this data out. When you look at the spreadsheet of this data at the back end, you see that there are lots of names here, right? And it's going to be hectic when you keep going through each and every one of them line by line. So you need a data analyst to help you visualize that data that has been done on the spreadsheet. You need a data analyst, and that is where they come in. They help you visualize the data. If you want to classify, oh, I want to know how many men, how many women, how many females, how many males, how many, and you want to know their age range, basically. Probably in your form, you put identify your gender, identify your age, and all that in the form. When you want to do this, you tell the data analyst, okay, I need the number of males we have, I need the number of females we have, right? So they'll help you get this data, put it in a form whereby you'll be able to see it visually, right? You'll be seeing the image, oh, this is the number of male we have. So they've helped you examine the full data set and then provide a solution or provide a visualized data for you so that you can be able to see it and then use that data to make an informed decision at the end of the day. That's what basically data analytics does. And then lastly, we have the project management. What does the project manager do? He basically manages projects from the beginning to the end. He ensures that the projects are completed efficiently. And this can be done by planning, organizing, and leading the team to achieve specific goals at the end of the day. So the joy of every project manager at the end of the day is to make sure that the project is completed on time, within schedule, and the specific goal or the scope of the project is met at the end of the day. So now let's dive into each of them. Firstly, I'll start with the data analytics. I refer to the data analytics as the problem solvers because they are the one that will identify problems and then bring solutions, recommend solutions to the problem, right? So if you want to upscale in your business, probably you already have your business and you want to upscale, the data analyst, you need the knowledge of the data analyst. Oh, what trend should we follow? What should we do to upscale, to make our business go higher? They'll be the one to recommend solutions that, oh, checking other competitors, we saw that they were able to implement this feature, which is good, and it's something that we can implement and also modify this feature to make our platform be among the top best. So that is them providing a solution, recommending a solution to the business. One of their core roles was to identify and recommend business solutions. Next, we'll talk about the key skills. What are the key skills of a business analyst? One is communication. You have to be able to communicate very well, like more frequently, because you talk a lot. You talk with your team, you talk with stakeholders, you talk with a lot of people, right? You do a lot of talking. So you should be able to communicate your ideas. Peradventure, you're bringing a solution to the business and you're not able to explain your ideas to the team. They will not be able to understand what you're saying, right? So you should be able to communicate. Next, we have analytical thinking. You should be able to think strategically. Oh, how do we do this? What is the benefit of this feature? How is it going to upscale our business? So those are the things you need to look out for. And next, we have problem solving. This is also one of the soft skills a business analyst can have. And we've been saying it from they are problem solvers, as I've said earlier on. They are problem solvers. So they help the business progress, solve, recommend solutions, survey from other competitors, or what are the things we can do better. Next is stakeholder management. You should be able to manage different stakeholders. But before I move on here, do we know what stakeholders are? Who wants to put in the chat what the meaning of stakeholders is? If you know it, just put it in the chat. Let me see so that I can move on. What do you guys think stakeholders are? Who wants to give it a try? There's no right or wrong answer. Just put in there. Let's see. All right, so I'll be looking at the charts to see if different interests. So it says stakeholders are different interests, close to it. All right, do we have other answers? Who are stakeholders? Who do we refer to as stakeholders? All right, so I'll be looking at the charts for the answer. So we have stakeholder management. So we have, okay, so we have Oye said other owners, right? We have Vivian said those that have vested interests. All right, that's good. They are the business owners. All right, that's good, Ibrahim. They are interest group or individuals in the project. All right, that's good. That's Okike Ozuma. Sorry if I pronounce it wrongly. Okike Ozuma. So they are individuals on a project. All right, thank you very much, guys. Everyone did a great job. So, who are stakeholders? Basically, I call them people that affect the project or the project affects, basically. They are the stakeholders, different interest owners and governments. Thank you very much. So we have someone that said every individual that are working on the project, everyone is great. That's Clifford. Thank you very much, guys. So stakeholders, who are stakeholders? Stakeholders are basically people that influences the project, or the project is influencing, basically. So let me break it down. What it's simply saying is people that works on the project or people that want to use that project. Those are stakeholders. So we have two types of stakeholders. We have the internal and the external stakeholders. The internal stakeholders are those people that work inside the project. They are the ones that are working, making the project possible. Those are the internal stakeholders. And for a website design, the stakeholders for website design are the designer, the project manager, the developer, and the marketer. All these are people that are working inside the project, and they are referred to as internal stakeholders, and they affect the project. They're the people that make impact on this project, so they affect it. So external stakeholders, who are external stakeholders? External stakeholders are more like end users, people that uses the product or the project that is being worked on. So if you are designing a mobile app, the people that uses the app, they are the external stakeholders. The communities that you put this app in, they are the external stakeholders. People that so example of these people are we ourselves, like WhatsApp now, we are the end users, we are the one using WhatsApp. So we are external stakeholders for WhatsApp, right? So that's the meaning of internal and external stakeholders. I hope you guys understand that. So next, when we talk about stakeholder management, what does it simply mean? It's simply saying how you manage everyone, both the internal stakeholders and the external stakeholders. How do you manage your team within? Are you able to communicate with them? And the external stakeholders, how are you able to satisfy your end users at the end of the day? Those are the external stakeholders. And next, other skills that we might have when it comes to business analysis is what? Process mapping, which will be done using draw.io and other tools also. Next is what? Gathering of requirements. As a business analyst, you should be able to, or you will be gathering a lot of data, because you need to know what's the future of this project you're currently working on, the future, and how to dodge threats that might face the project or the business. So you must be able to gather requirements from competitors, from people that are building similar apps with you, and then use it to make your own business better or to build more features to improve the software or the business you're working on. So next we have stakeholder communication. When it comes to business analysts, you communicate a lot. See, I still mention communication here. When we talk about stakeholders communication, it means how you are able to communicate with your team members. Oh, you talk to the designers. Oh, designer, please, how are you doing? I saw a new feature when I was surveying other softwares, right? And I don't know if it is something we can incorporate into our own. That's you communicating with your designer. So you should be able to know how to communicate with them. You should be able to check their mood that, oh, is this person in the right frame of mind to listen to me? Know how to talk to them. And lastly, we have modeling techniques. So now, these are the skills that are necessary when you want to become a business analyst. So check yourself and see, oh, and for starters, you don't need all the skills at once to start. You don't need all the skills. Check these skills and see, oh, which part am I good at? Communication? Am I good at critical thinking, problem solving? Am I able to communicate with stakeholders? Stakeholders might mean your family. Your family is an internal stakeholders, basically. To you, they are stakeholders because they are your family, they are your little projects, right? So how do you communicate with them? How do you communicate with your friends? Are you free with communicating, right? So if you are someone that can do research also, that's gathering of requirements, look at yourself. Do you fall in this category? And now let's move to the daily tasks of a business analyst. What are the basic tasks of business analysts? One, we have gathering requirements, right? That's the base. That's the first thing they always do. Firstly, before you start a project, you have to gather requirements. What are the things that are needed for this project or for this business, right? The next thing, one of the daily tasks they do is what? They create documentation. After gathering requirements, going to different websites, reaching different organizations, after gathering all those requirements, they now create a documentation for that. And this is something that you have to be able to do as a business analyst on regular occasions, right? Next, we have process modeling. And this is also common. After you're done your documentation, you have to be able to model it. And lastly, we have facilitate meetings. That's still more about communication. So you do a lot of communications, speaking in meetings, and so on. So one example of a business analyst is our data shows customer prefer mobile shopping over desktop. So now the business analyst has done his survey and he has compared the people using the app mobile shopping app and then the desktop one. And then he compared the two of them and he saw that, oh, lots of people are using the mobile shopping instead of the desktop part, right? So that is one of the jobs they do. They've gathered the data and they've seen that, okay, this is what is happening. So next is how do we improve this? What is the solution? They provide the solution after. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that was the example for this is we need to build, I think I missed it. The example for a business analyst is we need to build an app to improve customer engagement. We need to build an app to improve customer engagement. And before building an app, you need to do a lot of surveys, right? Gather your requirements, what are the things necessary before you are able to build an app. So now I want us to put in our chat, what do you guys think are some other daily tasks of a business analyst? If you guys can guess, what do you guys think are other daily tasks of a business analyst? And also, if you can give an example of a business analyst, what are examples of business analysts? So I'll be in the chat waiting for the answer. What are some daily tasks you feel a business analyst should be able to do different from what we already have here? So as we do that, so I'll be checking the chat as we go on. So as we do that next, I move to data analytics. Data analytics. I call them the insight generator because they are the ones that visualize this data, this cumbersome data that we always have in the back end, right? The data analytics visualize, makes it beautiful to look at. Oh, I love the design you use on this your chart, right? That's the work of a business analyst. They collate all those data and then they provide a visualized data that can be easy to read and interpret, right? And then it will help us provide better insights at the end of the day. So what are the skills needed? What are the skills that are needed for a data analyst? One, we have statistical analysis, right? This is one of the skills that is necessary when, as a data analyst, you have to be able to read the chart. You have to be able to, when it comes to statistics, right? Statistics is number. You have to be dealing with lots of numbers, right? A lot of numbers, right? So you have to be able to analyze the statistics, right? The next skills you need is data visualization. I've been mentioning it for a while. As a data analyst, you should be able to visualize the data. All right. We have Vivian said, improve improve the organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Thank you very much. I think that's one of the examples of a business analyst. Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Vivian. So I'm still checking the chat. So as we move on, I said the next skills a data analyst should have is what? Programming skills, right? You don't need to know all the programming skills, you just need to know few of them, right? Which includes the SQL, Python, and the R language. I know you guys might be thinking, oh, this is a lot of language, but these are when it comes to computer languages, these are the simplest and the basic ones that are needed, right? And it is important for you if you want to become a business analyst. And lastly, we have critical thinking. So you should be able to think critically, because if you don't think critically, you'll not be able to provide a good visualization data that people will be able to comprehend or be able to get information from it at the end of the day, right? So now look at yourself, right? And then think, oh, do I have any of the skills? Do I have am I good with maths? Um do I like to calculate a lot? Do I like to visualize data? When we talk about visualize data, it's more like, oh, you are seeing a long thing and you're able to summarize it in such a way that it is easy for people to understand. That is you visualizing the full data sheet, right? So if you're able to do that, you can also still fall in this category. And next, if you have passion for learning programming language, this is also a skill you can look into. So this is the basic language you can learn when it comes to tech, right? You learn the SQL, the Python, and the R language. This is one of the basic skills you can learn. And lastly, if you have critical thinking when it comes to, if you're able to think critically, this is also, you also fall in this category also. So what is the daily task for a data analyst? What are the daily tasks of data analysts? One is to collect and clean data. When they get to this data at the end of the day from different survey, I use survey from at first. When they collect this data at first, right? Sometimes it's the way some people fills the form is different, right? Some people might decide to put the dates and arrange it as, oh, they spelled the dates out like February and they spelled the whole February, or May, they write the whole May. And some people, when they want to write their own May, they prefer to put 05 as May. That is you that's an unclean data because of all of them are not arranged with the same format. That's the dirty data. So for you to clean that data, you have to align everything, make sure everything is following the same format, right? If you're having in the name categories, you should have 3 names. You should have the son name, the first name, and the middle name. This son name should always be at the first, right? So that is you now arranging the data, making it clean. So now, next we have is what? Conduct analysis. You should be able to conduct, and that's one of the daily work they do. They conduct analysis. And after conducting the analysis, they create the dashboard. And when they say conduct analysis, it basically means working on those spreadsheets that we talked about. I talked about getting the survey form. That's an example of a spreadsheet, right? That's one spreadsheet. After filling the survey form, there is a backend whereby a spreadsheet is being created for all the forms that is being filled. And that is then at the end of the day, they will now start conducting analysis on those forms to see how they can create a better dashboard that it's easy to understand. After then, they now present their finding. Oh, we are done creating our dashboard. This is what we have for you guys. You guys can be able to go through it and see all the details that are in that spreadsheet visually. So now let's look at an example. What is an example? So if you guys, let me see. If you guys, I want you guys to check yourself. Oh, think what are the other daily tasks? I don't know if anyone has gone through data analytics before. What do you think are the daily tasks of a data analyst? What do you guys think are the daily tasks? You can include it in the chat. There's no right or wrong answers. Everything is good. Just put in the chat. Let me see if everyone is following me here. What do you think are some other daily tasks of a data analyst? So the next is the example. Let's look at one example of a data analyst. They said, our data shows customer prefers mobile shopping over desktop, right? So now you are producing a visualized data that is showing, probably when you are getting your data, you saw a lot of people feeling, saw a lot of people using desktop, you saw a lot of people using mobile, but this data is not organized, right? It's just all over the place, right? So that is on a spreadsheet, but you want to see it visually so that you just see a chart bar showing people that are using mobile app, people that are using desktop. I should be able to see the numbers. People that are using mobile app, we have 50 people using mobile app, we have 10 people using desktop. That is you showing that data visually. And it's easy for you to understand when you see data like that. So we have a menu, sorry, I got that wrong. I don't know if I got it wrong. Aminu said extreme data collection for data-driven decisions. Thank you very much. Extreme data collections, because they collect data every day. So it's one of their jobs. They have to always collect data at the end of the day. So now let's move to the project manager or project management. I call them the orchestrator, right? Because all they do is organize, right? They plan, they organize, they monitor, they execute the project, and finally, they close the project successfully. That is what they do. They are just the one telling you, okay, the salt is too when you're preparing food. When you're preparing food, the person that will just be at the back and be telling you, oh, the salt is not enough. Add a little bit of salt. Put a little bit of oil to this, or add some sweet corn to the rice, things like that. They just tell you what to do at the right time. They tell you, oh, do this now so that it does not get burnt or does not get too late, right? They make sure that everything is planned, right? They make sure everything is on time. If you are working on your design, they know that, okay, your design should be done in 3 days, and they will always be on your neck. Oh, you have 2 days to go, you have 1 day to go, right? They plan it, they make sure it is executed, and then they close the project successfully. And when a project is closed successfully, it means that the timeline, the scope of the project was successfully met, and then it was met, and the timeline was not exceeded, and the budget was not exceeded. That's when you say you close the project successfully. So what are some key skills that are needed to be a project manager? What are some of the key skills? One, we have, right? A project manager just leads. They are not bosses. They don't boss people around. They lead the team. Oh, how are you doing today? How is the task going? I hope it's going well. Do you have any challenges? You know your deadline is almost up. You have other tasks you need to work on. So quickly wrap this up. And they make sure they relate with everyone easily. They don't boss people around. Oh, go and do this, and all that. They lead. They just stay in the middle and say, oh, you do this, you do this. Designer, I need you to do this. Developers, I need you to do this. Marketers, I need you to do this. Quality assurance testers, I need you guys to do this. They just let everyone know what they need to do, and then they monitor everyone's taxes. Next, next is what? Organization. They should have organizational skills. That's one of the skills that a project manager should have. Organizational skills. They should be able to organize everything, make sure that everything is going according to the timeline that was set from the beginning of the project. After then, you have to communicate. A leader should know how to communicate with the people or the team. Oh, probably there is a dispute between the designer and the developer because of a certain blocker, right? You should be able to talk to them. Oh, what is the challenge? What are you guys facing? And try to communicate with each of them, hear from both sides. Okay, what is your own opinion? What is your own opinion, the developer? All right, let's come to an amicable understanding. Let's come to the middle. You bend the designer, you bend a little bit, the developer, you bend a little bit. Let's get it done. And then you're able to provide the solution at the end of the day. That's you communicating properly to both of them, and they're able to hear you out. You don't need to raise your voice because you want to settle an issue with your team members. You are a leader, boss. So you should be able to lead. Next skill you should have is risk and time management. No, when we want to start a project, right, there are always risk involved. There are always risks that we might, oh, there's a probability that this might happen. There's a probability that this might happen. Imagine, let's use an example of risk. Imagine you want to go out of your house, right? And when you immediately you step out of the house, you saw that the cloud has changed. The weather is getting a bit cloudier, and something tells you that, oh, the rain might fall on the road. That's the risk of rain falling. And then you should know how to manage this risk and mitigate for this risk. And how do you do this? You say, oh, even if I don't know if it will fall or not, let me just hold an umbrella. That is you managing or mitigating for this risk before it even happens. So if it happens, you'll be able to open your umbrella and cover yourself. That means you've avoided that risk from affecting the project or your business that you're working on. Next we have is, next skill we need is agile methodologies. When we talk about agile methodologies, this is a methodology, one of the methodologies that is used in project management. And we use agile because, yeah, it is more flexible to use. And the way everything is moving forward faster, the way everything is moving forward, it is better to use the agile method because it is very flexible. And when you come to the program Internalytics, we'll be able to break down the different agile methodologies that we have and how to use these methodologies, right? So next we have is what? Risk management. You should be, and I've explained that before, you should be able to manage the different risks that might occur. And last, we have scheduling tool. We have different tools that are used for scheduling. That includes Trello. We have Trello, which can be used for scheduling. We have Notion. We have Monday.com. We have Microsoft projects. All these are tools that we can use for scheduling, right? Next we have is budget. So we should be able to learn how to use different tools when it comes to project management. And we'll mention some of those tools later on as we move on. Next is what? Budgeting. So when you want to start a project, right, you are being paid, right? And the project has been approved and everything has been done. You are going to be paid for the project. Oh, this is the amount for this project, right? Take it. So you as a project manager, you should be able to know how to manage your budget so that you don't run out of budget before the end of the project. And then you now say the project is failed or there's no way to continue. You want to go and get more money from your stakeholder or the project owner. So you should be able to manage projects. And what are the daily skills or daily tasks of a project manager? One is they define scope and plan. Two, they manage the resources. They're able to manage their resources. Three, they're able to track progresses. Next, they're able to mitigate for different risks. I mentioned the risk before, and told you guys how to mitigate for this risk. So now I want you guys to list other daily tasks that you guys think a project manager can do. And I know you guys might be thinking, oh, I've not done project management before. Look within yourself. You guys must have done a project one way or another. As little as baking a cake is a project. Preparing food from the beginning to the end is a project. So as we upscale, building a house is a project. We have stakeholder management. Thank you very much, Aminu. So look within yourself. There are other tasks that we feel a project manager does, because I know most of us must have done one task or one project in our life as we move on, right? So check within yourself. So example of this is I'll set that deadlines, manage team, and ensure we launch on time. That is one example. They set deadlines to make sure everyone is aligned to know when the task is due, and then they manage their team to make sure that everyone is currently working on the project, and then they ensure that we launch on time. So now let's move to why why do we consider these careers? Why do we consider these careers? One of the most important factor that I know everyone is interested in is this one, which we'll talk about as we go on. But the first one to consider is what? High demand. There is high demand of these three skills that we've talked about from the beginning, or these three roles, which is the BA, the business analysis, the DA, which is the data analysis, and then the project management, which is PM. And one of the reasons why to consider this career is what? One, high demand. These roles are needed across all industries, including the tech, finance, healthcare, and then retails. A lot of people require all this because there's no way you don't need a project manager, a data analysis, and a business analyst, right? Because you want to start up a business, right? You need the three of them. You want to upscale your business, you will need them. So they are of high demand. And now the way the business are growing, a lot of companies are coming up. They are building a lot of startup now. So a lot of people are seeing the usefulness of these skills or these roles now. So lots of people are demanding for these people because some people are, I know in those days, right? People think that, oh, these skills are not necessary. Why do I need to have all these skills? It's just waste of money. But when a lot of business has started, those days, when they start a business and at the end of the road, there's a blocker, they will just be dragging among themselves, oh, what should you do? What should you do? But because of they don't have the skill of a business analyst, they might not be able to progress. And at the end of the day, they will end up stopping that project. They're not able to align the taxes completely and they're able to exceed the due date, the project might eventually end. So now lots of startups are seeing the benefits of the skill. The BA, the DA, and the PM, they are seeing the benefits now. So they are in high demand. Lots of people are requesting for them. Next, we have competitive salary. And this lots of people are going into this because it pays well. Professionals in this field enjoy strong earning potential. So there's a competitive salary in this field. And this is one of the reasons to consider this career. Next is growth opportunity. Clear career progression from entry roles to leadership position. So there's always growth. There's step-by-step progression as you move on. And finally, we have flexibility. A lot of us are moving into tech because of it is very flexible. And that is one of the reasons why we all want to transition into tech, because it is flexible and it also pays well. Opportunities to work remotely. You have the opportunity to work remotely and you can also freelance or specialize in different industry. So it is your choice, anyhow you want to do it. These roles help you make those decisions, and it is very flexible. So you can decide on which part you want to do, whether you want to work remotely, or you want to work hybrid, or you want to work on site, or you want to work as a freelancer. It's all dependent on you. So why are these careers in high demand? Why are they even in high demand? One, I've said a little bit of it before, but let's look at the reason why the BA is in high demand. Companies need strategic problem solver to optimize operation and drive efficiently. I've said it before, the way companies are going up now, right? A lot of people want people that can solve problem ASAP, as soon as possible. Oh, our competitors are already building this. What do we need to build to make us better than them as of now? Right? You'll be able to provide solution. Okay, as a data analyst, as a business analyst, okay, I'll go and survey and I'll get back to you, provide a solution to make the company upscale, to make them better. Next is the DA. Why are they in high demand? Business increasingly rely on data-driven insights for decision making. Who does not like data visualization? Who does not like to see a chart of the data, a very fine chart of how a spreadsheet looks like? With that chart, you'll be able to say, oh, these are the number of people in my company. These are the profits we've made. This is the revenue that came in, just by looking at the full screen of that data, right? You are already visual. They've already designed it in such a way that everything is visually appealing. And with that, you'll be able to make, and it saves you the stress of going through different spreadsheets, that, there's a lot of things to look at. The data analysts go through all this for you and then provide a visualized data for you so that you can be able to make informed decision when you want to use those information to move the company forward. And lastly, why is the project management in high demand? They help with effective project execution, which is critical for the success in moving industry forward. What does it simply mean? When you have a project manager and then it is being said that, oh, this is the amount of time we want to use for this project. Okay, this is the amount of time we want to use for this project, right? So as a project manager will help you to execute this project based on your time, and it will tell you if this is possible or this is not possible at the end of the day. Someone asks, what of DS, data science, right? It is also in high demand, and I'll show you the chart as we move on. So now here's the question I want to ask you guys at the end of, and I want you to answer by yourself to know if it is the right choice for you, to know if it is the right career for you. You have to ask yourself this question. One is, do you enjoy problem solving or analyzing information? This is one of the questions you should ask yourself. Two, are you passionate about data-driven decision making? Three, do you excel in communication or coordination? So we have Aminu said yes. Four, are we detail-oriented or methodical in planning? Are we detail-oriented or methodical in planning? Five, and the last one, do you enjoy working with stakeholders to improve business outcome? So these are the questions I want us to ask ourselves. And then with this question, put it in the chat channel. What category of career path do you think you fall in? Collate this question and then summarize for yourself. What career path do you think I fall in? So I'll be looking at the chat channel. I want to see answers. Let me know your answers. So if you want to get access to this slide, all you need to do is fill in the form that is being sent by my colleague in the chat channel, and you'll be able to get all this slide that has been displayed today and also the recording for this call. So Gabriel said DA, data analysis. That's great. So now let's move to the challenges. What are the challenges that you might face um, as a newbie in tech or person that is transitioning from your 9 to 5 to the tech ecosystem? One, you have to, or the expectation, one, you have to have continuous learning. You have to continue learning because the industry is evolving every time. So we have to continue learning as we move on. You have to constantly upskill, move forward. Okay, what is the next thing I need to learn to get better? So we have Infinix data analysis. Thank you very much. That's great. So next we have pressure to deliver. I know sometimes when we want to start, right, we might be having a code feeder. Oh, how do I meet deadlines? How do I get expectation? How do I meet the expectation of my stakeholders? But you have to calm down, have a cool head so that everything don't get scattered in your face, right? So what next is what complex problem solving. Those are one of the challenges you might face, but at the end of the day, you are going to still pass all the stage. This is just at the beginning when you start having complex problems to solve. Probably the company is giving you, or the business you're working on is bringing complex problem, and you need to provide solution. How do you do this? You have to calm down, have a cool head, and look for ways to do it. Next, we have, and lastly, we have balancing of multiple projects. When you want to monitor or manage multiple projects, all you need to do is prioritize the projects. Which one is which? Which one is more pressing at the end of the day? Which one do I need to complete urgently? Which tax is something I need to do urgently or that the deadline is close. So you should be able to prioritize your taxes. So HP said, I'm thinking of cybersecurity. That's also great. So now the question we have for everyone that's put in the option, what is the next step for you today? What is the next step for you today? How do you plan to do this? How do you plan to go about this? The first thing you need to do is what? Identify your desired tech career. And I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, this is data analysis, data analytics, data science, which is great. So firstly, you've gotten to this first stage, which is what? Identifying your desired tech career. And the next thing is what? You have to learn the skill. Now that you've known the path to go on, you have to learn. And here at Analytics, we provide you with varieties of learning options, which include a self-paced learning material and also live instructor-led classes. So you have options for you, and you can also take the boats, right? So we are here to put you through from the beginning up to the end of the project. Next, we have, after you've learned the skill, you have to gain project-based experience, which is what's gaining experience. In the course of your program here at Analytics, right? We are going to provide you with different projects that are going to work on at the end of the day, right? And we are going to provide place whereby you are going to be interning, and then you get this experience that is needed to create a portfolio for yourself at the end of the day. So when you now have this, the next you will need is gain employability skills. And what are these employability skills? They include CV reviews and revamp, LinkedIn optimization, navigating the job market, interview preparation, job reference letter, and on-the-job supports. These are all the things that will be helping you achieve here at Analytics. And after that, you move after getting this employability skills, the next is what networking and mentorship. So you have the opportunity to network and be mentored by professionals, people that have gone through this phase before, and you'll be able to get the necessary knowledge that is needed. And finally, you get the job. So this is the flow. It's as easy as this. All you need to do is put in the work. So now let's move to this. What are the tech skills to learn to get a job? We've been talking about the job careers we have already, or that we are discussing for today, right? So now here at Analytics, we've gone through several job boards, which includes the LinkedIn, the Indeed, Glassdoor, Total Jobs, CV libraries, and so on. We've gotten all the jobs that was posted, the highest jobs that was posted last year, and we've been able to analyze this data using the World Economic Forum. And then we were able to, after analyzing the data, we use these three things to consider which career path is best. And the three things include ease of learning. We're able to consider, when we are doing analysis, we consider the ease of learning, how easy it is for this career to be learned, ease of transitioning for those that want to transition from their 9 to 5 to the tech space, and finally, high and rewarding salary. So these are the things we considered, and we are able to get these 8 career paths. And 3 of them are the ones we are looking at today, which is the business analysis, data analytics, and agile project management. So now let's move to the next one. I talked about the Job Economic Forum. So now what is the Job Economic Forum? According to the Economic Forum, right? They said in the next 5 years, which is 2030, right? 170 million jobs will be created, while 92 million jobs will disappear. And if you look at this part here, these are the jobs that are going to be destroyed. This part here by my left, these are the jobs that are going to be destroyed. And then this part in the green part, these are the jobs that are going to be created. And these are the stable jobs. So now let's look at the jobs that fall in these categories that are going to be destroyed and the jobs that are going to be created. Let's see if this career path that we've chosen are there. So now, firstly, we see data analytics here, which falls among the blue parts, which is the job. And the blue part, we say the blue part is the job that are going to be created, right? And next, we see agile project management, also falling in the blue parts. Look at it, it's having the blue color, which means that it's also falling in the place of jobs that are going to be created also. And finally, we have data analyst, which is also here also. So these are the jobs that are going to be remaining, right? So if you are keen into this, you are in the right path. So all you need to do is what? Decide on which career path you want to take now. And also you can click on this link. This is not us just giving you information. It is backed up by data. So you can click on this link and then check this form for yourself. And as I've said before, click on the link to get the access to this site. Click on the link and then fill in the form that is in the form, and then all these materials will be sent to you. So next we have let's look at the careers. Let's look at some of the jobs you can apply for each of these career paths. So for the data analysis, we have data analyst role, business intelligence analyst, marketing analyst, we have sales analyst, and so on that are listed here. So these are the several jobs that a data analytics can apply for. Same goes for a business analyst. We have the business analyst, we have the business data analyst, we have the process analyst, we have the business system analyst, and so on. And here we also have the agile project management. And here are some of these jobs you can apply for, which includes the Scrum Master, Agile Coach, Agile Project Manager, Technical Scrum Masters, and so on. So these are so there are job opportunities. Immediately you are able to get this knowledge, this skill, you have several jobs offers or job opportunities you can actually apply for at the end of the day. So now, I'll say, it always seems impossible until it is done, right? What this is simply saying is, I know it's hard, right, to start. Oh, when do I want to start? When do I want to finish, right? But don't forget, all you need to do is take that first step. Register for the course here with us, and we're able to guide you through from the beginning up till the end. Now, let's look at some success story of people that has actually taken a course with us and then get a good job. So here we have Louis here, yes, who was an accountant and a procurement specialist with zero experience in tech. And she joined our business analysis training program. And now she has secured a job as a manager in the UK after completing the training and leveraging the project management skills in business analysis. So when you get the slide, you can simply click on this link to watch her videos. And I know the videos has been showing before this class today, before we have the videos have been showing. So you must have seen her videos pop up. So now let's check some other people that has gone through this program and able to land a job in the tech space. We have Ngozi here, who has a background in customer service and HR before she joined the business analysis training program. And now she has gotten a business analyst role in the UK and works remotely for Huddersfield. So we also have Ololade here, is now a permanent resident in Canada using the experience she gained as a data scientist in analytics here. And we have Oluwadamilare here also, who also got a job as a data analyst after taking the data analysis program with us. So you can click here and then watch these videos. They are not something we just fabricated. Just click on the link and you will see the testimonials from them themselves. So these are other testimonials. We have Abigail, we have Toyin, we have Ramat, and so on. So now, so if you want to get more testimonial, the list of testimonials we have here, all you need to do is click here and you see several testimonials on the several job testimonials that people has gotten, and they're able to come to us and say, oh, we got this job. So now, what skill do I need? We've talked about it. I've been showing you how to go about it. So now, what skill do you need? I want to show you the things you'll be learning for each of the career paths that we've talked about today. And the first is what the business analyst or the data analyst. What are the key things you need to learn? What are the learning areas for a data analyst? First, you'll be learning problem solving. You learn how to do problem solving. After your problem solving, you move to the Excel, where we'll teach you how to use your Excel, all the formulas that are needed and everything relating to Excel. And next, we'll move to SQL, move to Power BI, Tableau, and so on. So this is the learning area that we're going to be looking at here at Analytics. And this is a step-by-step way whereby you can be able to gain the knowledge that is required to be a data analyst at the end of the day. And what are the tools that you're going to be using? We are going to be using the Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, ChatGPT, and so on. So these are the tools we'll be using. Now, how does our class work? When do we have our live class? We have our live classes on Saturdays, majorly on Saturdays. On Saturdays in the mornings for the EU guys, that means you guys in Europe, the UK, United Kingdom, and then Africa, and other parts of the world that wants to join this time, right? And the time is what 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. WAT, West African time. And then for the evening class, we have 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. for those in the Canada, US, and so on, and North America. So if you and don't forget, it is not restricted to just these areas. So if you look at the timing and you see this timing works for you, you can go for the timing that works for you. So it is not restricted to just this area. So you are free to pick the timing that works for you for your classes. You are not attending the two, just one of the classes. And the classes is not on every Saturday, so that you don't say we're taking all your Saturdays, right? So we have intervals. We can have the live class this Saturday. Next Saturday is going to be a drop-in section whereby you discuss all the things you've learned, or if you have a questions and or you just talk to your facilitator. And after drop-in section, you will have a live class next. So it works like that. It's alternating. After the live class, we also have self-paced videos that will be posted on the platform, our LMS platform, whereby you'll just be watching, you'll be watching the self-paced video yourself. Watch the self-paced video before the class so that you have more understanding, broader understanding of being taught or what is going to be taught in the live class. And the learning timeline for this project is 6 months with 2 months of internship. So you're going to be in class for 6 months, and then you're going to be having 2 months of internship. So in total, the program is going to be taking 8 months. 6 months in class and 2 months internship. And then let's move to the next one, which is what business analyst. The business analyst, here are the learning areas that we're going to be looking at for the business analyst part, which includes the Excel, Power BI, and SQL. We have the process mapping, and we have the agile project initiation planning. We have agile and Scrum for projects, and so on. These are the other tools. So for a business analyst, they learn the skill of a data analyst, which is the Excel and process planning. And they also learn the skill of agile project management, which includes project initiation planning, agile and Scrum for projects, and then they learn software development lifecycle. And finally, we now do the main learning areas that includes the business analysis, which is the gathering requirements, fundamentals, elicitation, stakeholders analysis, and so on. And what are the tools that we're going to be using for this? We're going to be using Excel, SQL, Power BI, Lucid Chat, Draw.io, Jira, Confluence, Trello, Azure DevOps, and ChatGPT. We'll be teaching you how to use ChatGPT for business analysis. And also, we're having the same timing for class, Saturdays, Mondays, Saturdays morning and evening, same time as that of the data analysis. Sundays, we're having the self-paced, where you can be able to watch the videos all through the week. And then the learning timeline is also 8 months, which is 6 months of learning in class and then 2 months of internship, whereby you'll be using to gain your necessary experience that is needed. And lastly, for the Agile Project Management and Scrum Master, we have the learning key areas, which includes introduction to project management and methodologies, introduction to project management methodologies and structure, project management skills and communication, foundation of Agile and Scrum, understanding the Scrum framework, and so on. So these are the learning key areas that we are going to be teaching you guys. So we are going to be holding you in there and taking you step by step as we go through all these lessons. So what are the tools that are going to be required for this? We have the Confluence, Jira, and Trello. And the learning timeline, what is the learning timeline? It's still going to be 8 months, same time for that. And then 6 months in class, 2 months for internship. Live class, still the same on Saturdays and Sundays for self-paced. Now, we've talked about how we've been talking about what are the things you learn, right? So after learning in class, how does the internship look like? You are going to be interning with leading tech company, right? Which is known as Amdari. So we're going to be interning after you're done with the learning process in 10 analytics, you are going to be interning in Amdari, right? You have the opportunity or unique opportunity to include both Analytics and Amdari in your CV. Analytics and Amdari. So these are the things we'll also be teaching you how to do. CV revamps, how to revamp your CV. So when you get the opportunity to come and take a program with us, all these things will be taught, and you'll be able to have vast understanding on how to do this and create this. Now, if you want to look at more testimonials, so now let's open this to see how a portfolio look like, a sneak peek of how a portfolio look like. So, a minute, my screen is loading up. All right. So here is how a portfolio looks like. So we have the portfolio here, and this is the work that has been done. This is the link to the person that has the portfolio. This is the link to their LinkedIn, their Instagram, and also their GitHub. So these are the projects that the person has worked on, which include the Unilever canteen ordering system and so on. So if you want to see more on the projects, all you need to do is click here to explore the project. We also have different projects here that include the Sunshine Resort, British Airway, and so on. So these are the several projects. So this is how a portfolio looks like, whereby you put in your all the things you've done basically. And don't worry, all these things will be taught to you as you come to the program here with us. So now let's move to how to get job offers. So to get job offers, we say you need two things, right? First is the technical skills that we've been talking about from the beginning, right? And the next thing you'll be needing is employability skill. And after getting these two things, you'll be able to get job offers. So what are these employability skills that we're talking about? One is what? The CV review or revamp. So here at Analytics, we are going to be teaching you how to create your CV, how to review it. We're going to be reviewing the CV and then helping you revamp your CV when you come to us. And after helping you with your CV, we'll also help you with LinkedIn optimization, teach you how to optimize your LinkedIn to make it stand out at the end of the day. After optimizing your LinkedIn, what do you want to use it to do? You have to be able to navigate the job market. Navigating the job market. After navigating, and for navigating the market, we are able to, I told you before that we scrape, go to different job board and then help you scrape the different jobs that we have. Don't worry, I'll show you guys how it looks like before the end of the section. So after navigating the job market, and we are eventually able to get an interview for one of the job we interview for, we're also going to be helping you with interview preparation, whereby we'll put you through on how interview questions might be asked during your interview, and then we'll do demo interviews for you to be able to understand, okay, at least to reduce the nervousness you're having for the interview. After that, we are going to be providing you with job reference letter. Peradventure, the organization you want to go in for is saying, oh, where is the reference letter of the place you've worked with or you've been to before? Then analytics is going to be providing you with reference letter to that. So after the reference letter, and you eventually get the job at the end of the day, and you don't have much knowledge on what is being done in the job, we are still here to help you on the job. We are here to support you on the job. After getting the job, we are still going to be supporting you as you move on. So if you come to Ten Analytics, we are with you from the beginning up to when you get your job. And we also offer weekly mentorship sections. When we talk about weekly mentorship sections, this is section whereby we'll bring in um we'll bring in facilitators, people that has vast knowledge on this career path or the different career paths in tech. Bring them into class, and then they were able to share their experience with us, how to get or how to be in tune with the tech space, and they are able to share their wealth of knowledge with us at the end of the day. And finally, we have the Upwork optimization. Upwork optimization is basically helping you optimize your Upwork so that you can better get jobs on your Upwork for those that want to go through the freelancing part. And this is what we refer to as the employability section. So if you join your technical skills with all this employability section, I guarantee you that you are going to eventually get different job offers at the end of the day. So now I talked about uh job sites, right? So here at if you are able to take a course with us or if you register with us in Analytics, right, we are going to be providing you access to our spreadsheets that we have for job postings. So we create a spreadsheet for job postings. How do we do this? We go to different paid websites that post jobs that have sponsorship, right? And we're able to scrape all those jobs that are relating to this career paths, scrape all the jobs to save us the stress of going around and applying for different or going to different platforms to apply. We help you scrape all the jobs that are on this platform and then put it in a spreadsheet for you guys. And then you'll be able to have full access to all the jobs that are being present in all those job boards for that moment. And this is being updated weekly. You have access to this weekly. Newly uploaded job offers will be done on the spreadsheet weekly. And on our LMS, you still have, and also to top it up, we're still going to be providing you with a personalized learning system, which is referred to as the Oluko. This is going to be shown to you on our LMS, right? A learning management system that is going to be used for your classes or your self-paced videos. So peradventure you are watching your self-paced videos and you have questions, you can easily ask the Oluko chatbot, oh, please, can you explain this part you talked about, scraping of data, right? The Oluko will give you an answer. Okay, well, scraping of data simply means this and this. It will provide you with an answer. So that is what the Oluko does. So now our credibility. So here is our credibility. We are accredited by the American Council of Training and Development, right? And this is our certification. And you can also, if you are still not convinced, you can click on the link here and you'll be able to see the accreditation yourself. And as I've said earlier on, to get access to this slide, all you need to do is fill the form that is being uploaded by my colleague in the chat, and then you'll be able to get access to it. And here is more testimonials of people that has walked through, has taken a program with us, and they are able to get this experience. We also have Biola here. We have Biola here, who transitioned from accounting to data analytics. We have Ulugbemi here, transitioned from banker to business data analyst in Canada. We have Michael and so on. We have Muhyiddin also here. So we have several of them here. So same thing here, we have more people here. So now what is the next step? What is the next step? The next step is, I know you guys must be wondering, okay, how do I join the program? To join this, we are going to be having our cohort on the 7th of June. The next quarter is going to be coming on the 7th of June. So now is your time to take that step. I know you guys might be procrastinating, but now is the time. All you need to do is follow the step that will be showing you to to take that initiative and then take one of these programs that I've been talking about since. And we have several other programs. Don't worry, if you have any questions, the form is there. Fill in the form. My colleagues are going to reach out to you, and then you are free to ask any questions if you need any clarity on any parts. So now, for those, and there's an offer for us, right? For those that are going to be joining, the first 20 people that are going to be registering, right? There's going to be a discount for them. So this is an offer that we're going to be giving you guys, right? The people that are going to be joining, first 20 people that are going to be joining are going to be the one benefiting from this offer. So I will urge you guys to make your decision as fast as possible. Make that first payment, make that first deposit, and then get clear. Even if you have not gotten full clarification, don't worry, our team is always here. As long as you fill the form, our team is always here to put on the things you're going to be needing. So make the payment first so that the slots will not be filled up. And here is our payments platform, right? So for the programs, we have the business analysis, we have the data analytics, we have the agile project management. These are the career paths or the roles I talked about for today. This is why it's listed. We have other programs also, which is also in the slide. You can go through it if you have access to it. And to have access to it, you need to fill the form. Okay. So now for the 8 months program, we have two different payment system. Firstly, we've made the discounts, right? The full payment was supposed to be 900, but it had been discounted to $750. And if you want to, you can spread the $750 in space of 5 months. So you can be paying $150 per month. You paid first $150 for the first month, pay for the second month up to the fifth month, and that is going to be completing your $750. And how do you make your first installment for this program? How do you make your first installment? Firstly, you click on this link here that is attached to the here. You click on the link and it takes you to the page whereby you'll be able to make your payments. Okay, so it's loading up. iPhone Adwosi is asking, do we give certificates? Yes, we give certificates at the end of the program, and our certificate is accredited. You can use it anywhere. You can use the certificate anywhere. That is why we are able to. Okay, you're good. All right, so let's give it a minute to load up. Oh, why is it taking so long to load up? Give me a minute. Sorry about this. Mhm. Mm. Okay, so it's opening up now. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your first installment payment for this program. So a link is being posted in the chat channel for those that want to secure their first spot. A link is being posted. So click on the link and start to make the payment. So if you click on the link, this is what is going to be showing for you. you're going to be having a page like this opened. So in the page, all you need to do is what? You scroll. You are going to be seeing details here. All you need to do is scroll down and then pick the courses you want to pick here. Which courses you want to go for? Is it the Agile Project Management? Is it the Agile Project and Scrum Management? And all our programs is 8 months, right? Is it and the same amount basically. So business analysis, it's same 8 months and so on. So these are other courses that we offer. So you can click on the link and then go through each of them, make payments for anyone. So now let's go through let me start with the first one. Let me just click on the first one. Since everything is the same thing, it's still going to be same for others if you click on it. So when you click on it, it comes up like this. All right. So the network is a bit bad. Sorry, I should have opened this earlier on to avoid this. All right, so let's give it a few minutes to open up. So if it opens up, you'll be seeing different ways to make your payments. We have the first installment payments, we have our second installment payments, and so on. So it's coming up. So as I've said before, you can split the payment up till 5 months. So if you are paying once, which is if you are paying everything once, we are going to be having a discount of $50, meaning instead of $750, you are going to be paying $700. So now let's go through the seats. So now we have 17 seats available. As you can see here, 17 is available. So 3 people has already made payments. So there is no time. Make payments as soon as possible so that I can be able to enjoy the discount price that we have. So now we have 7. So if you are going to be making, so these are different payments plans we have. We have a one-time payment, we have the 2 month payments, 2 monthly payments, we have the 3 monthly payments, and so on. So if you are going to be paying once, that means you are paying $700. There's a discount of $50. So pay once and then $50 is deducted. Same thing, if you pay twice, $50 is still going to be deducted. That means you're going to be paying $350 the first month and then $350 the second month, which is making $700, right? And then if you want to split it into 4 months, if you want to split it into 3 months, that's when the discount is now off. You have to pay the complete payment, which is the $750. So you pay $250 the first month, $250 the second month, and then the third month, $250, which is making $750. And if you want to split it to 4 months instead of 3 months, you still have the payments plan here, which is what? 800 and 800 and 187.50. 187.50 for the first month. You do that for the second month, the third month, and then the fourth month. And finally, we have the 6 months, the 5th month program. If you want to split it across 5 months, you can pay $150 the first month, $150 the second month, and so on up to the last month. So now, if you want to make your payments, all you need to do is click on one of them, and then you send, add to carts. And also you can change the location. It works with any location you are in. So if you're in the US, you pay with US. If you're in Nigeria, you can get it in Nigeria, get the amount show displayed to you in Nigerian currency. If you're in Canada, you get it displayed to you in Canadian currency. If you are in the UK, it also display in the UK currency. So basically, that is all you need to do. You don't need to be afraid. Go any location you are, all you need to do is click on it and then make your payments. It automatically changes to the location you are in currently. So you don't need to bother about stressing yourself with changing. And also, if you want to change, or you want to feel like, oh, you're in Nigeria, you want to pay in USDT, or you want to change it, all you need to do is click on this sign here and then make the payments on any currency you want to pick. So we have several currencies here. So you need to pick it, and then this pricing will change to the currencies you just picked. So now if you want to make your payments, all you need to do is click on the add to cart and then checkout. Immediately you click on the checkout, and if you immediately click on the checkout, it automatically takes you to this page where you need to what? Put your name, your email address, and let's do that. So next is it takes you to where you want to put your card details. So now I'll send this. If we send this, so it takes you here where you need to put your card details. So it's actually for payment method, all you need to do is input your card details here and then make your payments. And that's all. After making your payment, do a screenshot of it and send to the colleague that are going to be reaching out to you in the chat channel. So that's everything. Do we have anyone that has any question? Any question that you want to ask? So I'm checking the chat channel now. Do we have any questions? So we are basically done, right? So if you have any questions you would like to ask, feel free to put it in the chat channel and I'll be able to give you a reply. All right. So I'll take it there's no question from anyone. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining today. Nice to have everyone on the call, and have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your days, guys. Bye.